Hello and welcome to this session of product design and value engineering. In today's session, I want to discuss some very fundamental ideas of industrial design. What is industrial design, why it is important, and how it is different from a normal product design. Also, where to use industrial design, where to implement industrial design, and some very innovative examples, very what I can say smart examples of industrial design. All this will be discussed in these lectures. So let us start with need of industrial design. Basically, what industrial design is? Industrial design is the design not for the industrial products, but industrial design is the design for products which are to be manufactured in a mass on an industry scale. So remember that industrial design is not about the products used in industry. Many people have this misconception of industrial designs are about the products that are used in industry. No, industrial designs are about products that are used in mass, that are consumed in mass, where every little tiny detail matters. So this is what industrial design is. Industrial design is about products which are manufactured on an industrial scale. So where industrial design will be applicable, it will be applicable for big industries mainly. If you are a small manufacturer, then industrial design probably does not concern you much. But if you are a big manufacturing unit, if you are big industry, then industrial design is about you. Then why we need industrial design? So industrial design's driving factor is the sheer amount of users. The number of users that are there is driving factor of making us so much effort in a design for the industrial design. In industrial design, every tiny detail matters. Why? Because every small improvements will multiplied by the hundred and lakhs of users, and it will increase the impact of every small improvement. And we try to optimize everything in industrial design. Why we are trying to optimize everything? As I have said that because there will be a sheer amount of users. The number of users which use your product will be in lakhs and in crores. So every gram you save will be a saving of 10 lakh grams or 1 crore grams. Every rupees you save will be a saving of 10 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees. That's why we are trying to optimize everything in industrial design. If you are making only 100 products, then you try not to focus on design aspect to optimize it as much. If you are getting a product at 90 rupees and after 2 months effort, you can bring down your price from 90 to 89, then for just 100 number of pieces, you will not go through those effort. But if you are making 100,000 or 100 lakhs of pieces, then those efforts are well justified. So remember, industrial design are about mass produced components in which every tiny detail matters and we try to optimize everything. Also, in where we are considering industrial design, where we are trying to sell number of products, then it is very likely that there will be competition, and we have to make sure that we are ahead of competition if you want to sell our product entire all the world in the mass. For example, if you are manufacturing a smartphone, say, and you are producing uh, thousands of smartphones, then you want to make sure that other people buy your product rather than the competition's product. And there will be many competitions in the smartphone market. So you make sure that you have optimized your product or you have make sure that your design is up to the mark so that people will prefer your product and you can take the advantage of the market there is. Now, why this industrial design is important? Because what importance is there in industrial design? First is ergonomic importance. What ergonomic importance are? We should easily be able to use the product. We should easily be able to maintain the product. We should easily be able to interact with the product, preferably without any manual. For example, if you have given a remote control in your hand and you do not have any manual, then also you can easily figure out which switch will do what and how to operate the remote control. Then it is an ergonomic design because you can easily operate it, and you should require minimum knowledge of using it safely. Same is with the remote control. We do not require any extra knowledge to use them safely. It is very intuitive for us to use it safely. And why it is that? Because of the design of the product. Because they have made sure that each button need to be pushed only once to operate it, and for each separate function there are different buttons. Instead of that, if they have designed a remote control which requires three pushes for one function, three pushes if you want to increase the volume and five pushes if you want to decrease the volume, then it will not be very intuitive. Everyone cannot use the remote control just by seeing it. We need some knowledge, some information to use it, which is not advisable. So ergonomics consideration should be there while designing industrial design, and there will be some aesthetics also. These are the major focus area while we are talking about industrial design, because functionality will be achieved in all the designs. If your product is not functional, then there is no meaning of the product. Every design will have functionality, but industrial design will have improved ergonomics and improved aesthetics. For example, the bottle of Coca-Cola. Every glass bottle is strong enough to hold the compressed CO2 carbonated liquid. But the design of Coca-Cola, the ergonomics of Coca-Cola, the look of Coca-Cola bottle is what makes it apart or what stands it out from the rest. So aesthetic amount of product differentiation, the importance of ownership, the pride of ownership image, that's what drives this industrial design concept. Also, it gives the motivation to the your design team. For example, the laser pointer I am using here, the design of this laser pointer is very ergonomic. I can easily hold it in my one hand and I can easily use it. So this is not a conventional square design, but a very ergonomic design which looks pleasant also, which is aesthetically good also. And that's why this is an example of a good industrial design. So here we can say that this is an example of a good industrial design, because just square remote, square pointer which have four keys will be enough for functionality. But they have taken care of ergonomics, they have taken care of aesthetics, and that's what makes a good industrial design. If aesthetics are good, you are likely to purchase that product more quickly than other. Why you are focusing? You are willing to spend more money on aesthetics, or why you are attracted to aesthetics? Because this good aesthetics will give you a pride in ownership. For example, if you are purchasing a car, you just do not focus on specifications or its speed, engine, etc. You also focus on how it looks, how aerodynamic that car looks is, how sleek their design is. That is also important because that gives you an image, that gives you pride. For example, if you are using a pen, then the pen that you are using, if you are using the pen for simply writing, then it might be a very simple 2 rupees pen and it will be very functional. But if a CEO of a very reputed company uses a pen for signatures only, then he will focus on aesthetics of that pen also. He will focus on brand image of it also, because that pen is giving some pride to that person also, and the person's image is also what we can say correlated with the pen he has. That's how the society works. So this is why the aesthetics are also important. Now, what should be the goals of your industrial designs? So there are mainly three criteria or three goals. The first is utility. Thus, safety, easy to use, and intuitive. How easily you can use it, how easily you can use it without any instructions, and how safe it is used. It is to use. Then appearance, how it looks, color, and communication of operating ways. That is how good the quality looks. If you are producing a design, then thus this design will add to your brand value or it will reduce your brand value. That is also important while thinking about the industrial design. For example, if Ferrari is manufacturing a car and after they have finished the design, the first question they will ask them is, what do you think? Will this car take our legacy to next level, or it will be an understatement to our legacy? That's how the brands, that's how the reputed big brands are built. So, and lastly, how easy it is to maintain your product and how easy it will be to repair your product is also what you consider in your industrial design. The low manufacturing cost will be considered, of course, because ultimately you are selling the product to hundreds and thousands of people. So it is important to optimize each and every parameter of it. What are the challenges in the design? There are mainly three challenges. The first one is people's thinking. So what people will want? People will want a product which is desirable. So making your product desirable is the first challenge in the industrial design process. The another challenge is the business challenge. Is the product that you are making is viable or not? Is your design, which looks very good on paper, is profitable or not? And the third is technical challenge. If the design that you had made, which looks very good on paper, is it possible or feasible to make that with lowest amount of materials or lowest amount of cost? Is it technically, economically feasible or not? So all these three are design challenges when you try to think about the manufacturing or designing a product for industry. If you are thinking about industrial design, then what people will think, the desirability of product, what business will think, the viability of product, and what technicalities are there, the feasibility of product. All this needs to be considered. Now let me give you some examples of industrial design that I have come across. For first example is the chairs. Now we have all seen the conventional chairs, but here are some chairs which are what we can say something which have some different aspects. So the first one here is a chair which is a rocker chair, and it is for reading. I don't know if you can see, but in the above curve there is a lamp given to better readability, and the seats are given. The design is very nice. It is very classy. Curves are there rather than the angles. So this is very innovative design. It is an example of industrial design. Similarly, you can examine all other products that are given. All these are different kind of industrial design. Here, this product, this is not very pleasant looking, what we can say compared to other, but it is very ergonomic, and that's why I have included it here, because only looks, aesthetics are not important, the ergonomics is also very important. Another example of industrial design is the iMac, the computer series from Apple. Over the time, it always has been elegant. iMac always was elegant solution for computers, but over the time, it has improved its design, and over the time, it has become more sleek, more elegant, more desirable for people. And that's what industrial design is all about, trying to improve on the product. Then there will be some innovative designs. For example, the design of these glasses. When you pour some liquid in it, it will say which color of liquid or what you have poured in the glass. For example, in the first glass, you can read here, in the above empty glass, we cannot see anything. But in the below glass, we can read orange because we have filled orange juice in it. In the second glass, we can read milk because we have filled milk in the glass. In the third, we can read chocolate because we have filled chocolate in the glass. And there are some examples of industrial design which are aesthetically very pleasing. For example, this aquarium, this is a sink basically, but the sink has an aquarium in it. So this is very aesthetically pleasing. I'm sure if you have one of those in your house, you definitely want to flaunt it to everyone. If I had one in my house, I would surely want to flaunt it to everyone that comes to my home, because this is a very nice, very elegant, very aesthetically pleasing design. Similarly, these light bulbs here are also, simply fluorescent light bulbs are also very aesthetically pleasing, very nice example of industrial design. Instead of this, what we use are also the same fluorescent bulb. They both give lights, both functionalities are same. But if given the option to purchase this these elegant light bulbs or the one we use in our home, I will definitely choose this one because I like the design, I like the aesthetic of it. But I know that there will be some cost involved, and if the cost is same, I will definitely choose this one. I even don't mind spending somewhat amount extra for this kind of design. So the aesthetics also plays a major role in industrial design. So this will be all for this session of industrial design. I hope you liked it. I hope it will be informative and a good learning experience for you. Thank you.